Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Secrets of the Sire, our comic book movie podcast, but we talk about so much more. Comics, movies, TV, pop culture, every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, talkradio.nyc. I am your host, Mike Dolce, Michael Dolce in print. But it's always been a weird thing, too, because like in print, I just like the way it looks. I like Michael in print, but,
Yeah.
but like I know myself as Mike. So and everyone's like, Michael, how's it going? I'm like, whoa. Like easy guy.
Yeah,
Easy.
it never worked for me because Haas doesn't work really. I'm not on the Cartwright Ranch and
what's that Seinfeld episode? Cartwright. Cartwright 3.
I don't even
Cartwright
know.
3. It's the Chinese restaurant episode. Did you just say Costanza or yeah Cartwright? I yell Cartwright. Nobody answer. I wonder if that's like very like racist now.
Yes.
Like in today's eyes.
Yeah, and you're being racist right now. Yeah. Thanks a lot for that.
Ficaleon
making me
has
part of
joined
that.
us on Periscope. So we stream in a number of different ways. If you're listening to us after the fact, you're listening to us on iTunes, but you now are also listening to us on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
And you are also now
Growing.
listening to us on Stitcher and Spreaker.
Yeah, we're all over the place, man.
Yeah, I think
are.
so. I think there's...
We have spread
definitely-
the seed
We have a future guest who joined us on the Facebook feed.
on the Facebook.
Kai Cole. She's going to be... she's the host of Kai Society as a guest on her show last week.
Yes, I watched that show.
Actually, I use the term guest lightly because she was in transit.
I heard
so
about this.
Sam and I, we hijacked her show. And
Nice going, Mike.
and I'm pretty proud of it.
We're going to take over all the shows.
I'm
We
not
took
gonna-
over
Yeah,
Adam's show
that's
last
right,
week.
That's right.
We're just going to make a sweep.
We are just like...
We're coming for your show. Everybody else on the channel,
Yeah.
we're coming for your show.
We got James Aquarandongo.
We'll get you.
Yeah, it's like it's the Rob and Callie and Mike and Hassan show. So Sam
That's a
Leibowitz,
mistake,
our
putting us
usual,
on.
Our usual commander in chief in the back end is in Israel for the next 2 weeks on vacation.
2 week vacation.
2 week
man.
vacation must be nice.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Must
Wasn't it?
be nice.
Mustn't it?
He's probably listening to this right now.
Yeah.
So we got Rob K from the Rob and Callie show hanging out and helping us behind the
Thank
board
you, Rob.
tonight. So we've got a great show tonight. We had an exceptional guest, and he will come on at some point. He had to go do a Baywatch shoot. Like
He went to be exceptional.
Yeah. Well,
he-
he had to literally.
Are they still making Baywatch?
Yeah,
Is that-
no, and he had to go shoot The Rock down. I don't know where they're shooting, maybe Miami or whatever. So he's like,
He went to go shoot a rock.
no,
Or
The Rock. No, The Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. He
Dwayne
went
The
to-
Rock Johnson. He was doing some social media ads. He's a VP of marketing at Paramount. He was Marcus Perry, so he won't be joining us tonight. But I'll get him. I'm going to wrangle him in.
What? He gave us up to go talk to The Rock. What kind of?
He's also I agree with that.
That's insulting.
I agree with that.
I am insulted.
If it was Nicole Eggert from the original, although maybe not now, but from the original Baywatch, I'd understand.
Oh, you did the Charles in Charge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it would be all right.
Running down the
Then-
beach.
mhm.
Running down
There's
the beach.
No problem with that.
Who's in the? What female's in that movie? I think there's somebody that's kind of hot or
What, is
something.
Baywatch?
Yeah.
There was Pam Anderson.
No. I'm talking about the remake that they're doing.
I don't know. I didn't even know they were doing it.
They are. That's what he's actually. Yeah. So he's actually.
Come on, man.
working.
Okay, let's.
He is literally working right now.
Let's not make it political. But do I look like a Baywatch fan to you? Let's be honest.
How is that political?
Huh?
How is that political?
I'm not going to get into it.
Are you saying
I'm not
Baywatch?
gonna get
Are
into
you
it.
saying that
I'm not getting into it.
Baywatch people vote a certain way?
I think
That's
so. I think
exactly
there's
what
a
you're saying.
definite demographic there. It's
I
the Hawaiian shirt demographic.
disagree.
Do I look like a Hawaiian shirt wearing person?
I disagree completely
You can
with you.
disagree all you want.
Who doesn't like pretty people on the beach, though? I think that's universal. I think if pretty people on the beach
Pretty
ran
people
for
on the
president,
beach.
they would have won.
No, people who don't go to the beach don't watch pretty people on the beach.
Well, like on TV, though?
No.
I would think on TV.
What are you going to do
Rob,
on the
settle
beach?
this argument. Pretty people,
Who's going
thumbs up or thumbs down?
disagree with that?
Say,
No.
yeah, universal.
No,
2 to
not
1.
if you don't like the beach.
2 to 1.
If you would mind watching naked women on the beach in that movie.
So Kai Cole chimed in, not on the beach talk, but she asked, "What's worse, the remake of Baywatch or The Matrix with Michael B. Jordan?" Which we touched upon that last week. So again, if you missed any of our shows, you can get us on
that's a bad one.
talkradio.nyc
Okay.
every week at this time, 8 p.m. Eastern.
at
You can
this
get us
time.
on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Secrets of the Sire. Periscope at Michael_Dolce, SoundCloud.com/ What do I get you? We'll get you in there somehow.
Yeah, somehow. One day.
Point. Well, I'm not going to give up my whole Twitter account. I mean,
yeah, well, you should though.
You know, how am I going to?
Should be out of solidarity.
Can we merge our Twitter account?
Yes, we can merge the
some
Twitter. 'Cause I don't
mess?
even tweet. I hardly ever tweet.
You know, that's the whole thing about Twitter. I don't want to set up a separate Twitter account for the show. I probably should.
Yeah, but you just don't want to.
God, I mean, who has time to do all
Yeah,
this?
I mean, who has time to tweet?
You know who does? Interns.
I know who does.
Interns.
Oh, that's not where I was
going.
going.
We're making a public call for interns, by the way. We are
interns.
accepting Secrets of the Sire interns.
Yes.
The pay is absolutely nothing.
There is a chance, though, that a Secrets of the Sire intern would learn the secrets of the Sire.
Don't overpromise.
We're not going to tell the intern the secrets.
that is the key to all business.
Okay. All right. Well, forget that. You're not going to get paid, and you're not going to learn any
Kai
secrets.
said she will wear a Hawaiian shirt to the show on the 23rd only. See, that's 3-1, dude.
Okay.
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. All right.
Fair enough.
Oh, she said no. Actually, she said she'll wear one if you wear one.
I don't have a Hawaiian shirt.
You know what the funny thing is, dude? I know what you're saying.
It's out of season. It's hard to find one now.
I know what you're saying. You are not the Hawaiian shirt wearing type.
I am not a Hawaiian shirt wearing guy.
However, I can easily picture him wearing a Hawaiian shirt and like being a totally different person if you wore it. It would almost be like the Spider-Man costume.
You think that would do it?
It would be like the Spider-Man costume.
I'd be a superhero all of a sudden?
Right, like, you know how Spider-Man is like this nerdy guy?
Yeah.
Off.
Wait, what are you saying?
What, exactly
what are you trying to say?
It's exactly.
Hold on. So, wait, I would put the shirt on and I would be like, great power comes great responsibility, right? And I would go around and
you'd just be holding like a pina colada and you'd just be laughing at things. You'd be
so
like
I'd
happy.
be a jerk.
You'd be generally happy. You'd be a generally happy person.
I'm happy. No, I'm not.
You would be a generally positive and happy person.
All right. It's hard to be unpleasant in a Hawaiian shirt. It is.
Kai says go to Target.
Target. How does she know where the Hawaiian shirt? All right. Okay.
But that's the thing. I could completely picture Hassan. Now, we don't normally do this because he hates being on camera, but there's Hassan on the Facebook.
Live long and be depressed forever.
At Jersey Jedi joining us on Periscope. He didn't catch us in the green room though. He normally does.
No,
he
didn't chime in.
But you see how I segued Spider-Man here? So what are we doing tonight?
Done.
We're going to talk about a bunch of things. We're going to talk about the Justice League trailer.
Yeah.
We're going to do the Spider-Man trailer. But we're not going to break these things down. Like, come on, how many stupid, tired, old... Like, how many other podcasts? We're better than that, right?
We are.
We're better than
way
that,
better
okay?
than that.
Like,
we are way better than just about every podcast.
I 100% agree.
I agree with your agreeing with me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Nothing. We're not better than anything on talkradio.nyc, like the Robin Kelly show.
No, there's solidarity for our people.
That's right. But
you know,
we're
everyone
all
else
in the same
out
game.
There,
everyone else out there, we're better. So we're not going to just do like a typical let's break down the trailer or let's see what happens. No.
Let's review the trailers. That's the other useless thing. Like, I saw a trailer and I really thought the trailer was good.
No, I don't want to review the trailer.
5 minutes long and there was music.
I get that in the sense though of like it's in and of it's like when I think of trailers, I think of like Entourage and I think of Medellin. So if anybody out there was a big Entourage fan back in the day, there was a big story. No one was. I love that show. I love that show to a point. We'll get into that one day. But they film Medellin, they make it, and Eric, one of the characters who's going against Vince, the actor, is basically saying like this movie's terrible, but he's like, but can we sell a good trailer? and so he actually gets with his production department. The trailer hits and it's like this huge thing. Like everyone can't wait to see Medellin. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. It invariably flops because he is like the everyman, not the artist who actually looks at the film objectively and says this is a terrible piece of crap. Sorry if I spoiled it for anybody who hasn't watched it in 10 years. But that's the thing. Can we sell a good trailer? So trailers can be reviewed as works of art.
Listen, one of the most beautiful trailers that has ever been in English made was the trailer to Pearl Harbor, to Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor.
Oh boy,
that was a gorgeous, haunting, majestic trailer.
And then it was a Michael Bay movie?
Yes. And it was an absolute turd. It was an exploding turd.
By the way, coming up next week, Michael Bay on the show. No, I'm kidding.
I'll kick his butt.
We should test our guests. We should test our guests' research. We should just make fun of our guests. We have Alex Berg coming on next week. He's from Game of Thrones, and so we're gonna rail him.
We're gonna
insult him the entire time.
The whole time. Yeah.
Game of Thrones. What is that?
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty awesome. though. It is a pretty awesome thing. I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's a very cool thing.
So you're saying Adam was the last guest we're gonna treat with respect?
we treated him with respect last week.
So we relied on him.
So we had Adam
We were
Jeffrey
easy on him.
Weinberg from Is It Plugged
Is
In?
It Plugged In? Yes.
On last week.
Last week.
We did our
And we
dual
were on
shows.
his show.
And we were on his show.
We took over his show too. We stole
we
his
kind of
show.
did that. We kind of did that. So, but yeah, no, we're gonna do this. So, but
Fantastic
you know, all
human
right. So
being.
you know when you watch a movie trailer and it's like awesome. Oh my God, Spider-Man and Iron Man. They're holding this boat together. This movie's gonna be the coolest thing ever. And then like you go and you actually see it in the theaters. You're like, that scene was okay.
Yeah,
Like,
especially
it's
if it
okay.
happens in the first 20 minutes of the film, and you know there's another like an hour and a half that you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah. Or like, you know, you watch the Justice League movie trailer and it's like, hey, Batman was kind of funny there. This movie's going to be super hilarious. They're going to wisecrack the whole time, and then you go show up and it's Suicide Squad, which was, you know, the complete opposite of what they marketed.
Yeah.
So
basically, you should never show up to any place and have it be Suicide Squad.
Right, exactly.
That's
exactly.
a bad thing.
So you know, so we're gonna play a little game called Truth or Trash. So it's trailer truth or trailer trash, and
Right.
we're gonna break these things down. And we're going to designate, do we think that these scenes that we're breaking down, we're not going to get too super detailed because that would require like research.
Yeah.
And we don't have an intern
And that would
yet.
also make us sound really geeky.
I mean, that's kind of why we want the intern, though. We want the intern here to do all of this work.
Right,
And then
right.
we just get all the glory.
To hear them, their disembodied voices in the background as we yell at them and
exactly.
throw things at them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which
so,
is, that's what being an exec is all about, man.
Exactly. It's delegate.
Yes.
Management. Boom. We are managers. But yeah, so we're going to break down Justice League when we come back. We're going to break down Spider-Man Homecoming. We got a great, we got a jam-packed show. We've got our, let's see if it ended because, you know, again, we really need an intern to keep, we need an intern to run like everything about it. I just want to show up and do the show.
Yeah, we could do it, but
Like,
we're
they
just
could
lazy.
literally, they could
we
literally
want someone
hand
else
us-
to do it.
Yeah, they
now.
could literally hand us the show outline and be like, okay, that's what we're doing. This is great. We're talking about Baywatch tonight. You got it, intern. You run
we'll
the show.
wing it. We'll just riff it.
We have 30 minutes left. So if you... this got a little closer, too. Go to twitter.com/Michael_Dolce. Vote in our final 4 best 90s comic book movie. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Crow, Men in Black, and Blade. And we will go through the shockingly surprising tally to crown the winner of our 90s movie
not be surprising.
March Madness. We got a jam-packed show. Justice League trailer trash coming up next.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Hello, I'm JC.
I'm Joan, and welcome to 21st Century Entrepreneur.
We bring education,
Insight,
knowledge,
awareness,
trouble
craziness, and fun
for you, the entrepreneur who's looking to build your business.
and your community. Listen every Friday from noon to 1 Eastern on talkradio.nyc. And you can tweet us at 21st CE Radio or Talk Alternative.
Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire. We do this every week. We do it on talkradio.nyc live. We're also on the Facebook page.com/Secrets of the Sire live. Periscope at Michael_Dolce.
Every time you say the Facebook page, it sounds like you're saying the Facebook, you know? And that's the unhip way of referring to it.
I feel like, no. I feel like it's completely reversed. Like the prequels are now accepted and the Facebook is now like the term.
Wait, how do you even slip the prequels into... That's not... All right. All right,
how
keep
that's hard to
going.
do.
Get back to your spiel.
Secrets of the Sire is also brought to you by our beloved patrons. We have dedicated fans Omar Morales, Einar Peterson, Matt Byer, John Hoff III, Ashley Haikai, our program director Stephanie Dolce, our executive producer Stephen Hovecki and Brian Phillips, and our Uber fan Christina Dolce, who's like basically supplying half of our budget in there, which is ironically coming out of my own budget. So it really just kind of works together. Want to welcome Benny Rose Rosario on the Facebook page. Benny Rose was our guest last week. He did an awesome job with the Power Rangers, breaking it down for us, and nominating.
Made me want to go see it.
Oh yeah.
No.
And nominating our final four for us to vote on tonight as well too. If you want to catch anything again, go to SoundCloud.com. Go to secretsofthesire.com. I never really plugged the website much.
Go to my house. I mean, this is happening right now.
Go take your car.
Yeah.
So, all right, Justice League trailer. Couple takeaways from this. First thing that we learned. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 things that we learned, and I got this off the Guardian. I'm gonna give some credit where credit is due. Guardian.com. 6 things we learned after the Justice League trailer, and then we're gonna rate them. Is this trailer truth? Like, is this gonna pull off? Is it gonna be pulled off well in the movie? Is it gonna happen in the movie? Or is it going to be a colossal debacle?
Do you have examples?
I do.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
I
believe you. I was just, I didn't, because I'm lazy.
Well, you do your thing. You just
I'm
come
doing
and do
my
your
thing right now.
And we're good. We're totally good with that.
Just
all right.
melting off.
First takeaway: Zack Snyder's quick fix for the DCU. Marvel-style wisecracks. Warner Brothers' own DC seemed determined not to follow the Marvel blueprint of success. However, the studio is now doing Marvel-like success. So in a barely believable scene in Dawn of Justice that involved Batman and Wonder Woman watching what amounted to previews of films featuring the various members of Justice League, but yada, 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 yada. Guardians, they're too wordy. So in this trailer, we get to see Batman be kind of funny, it's good to see you working with people, and then Aquaman's there, and Aquaman was a little disappointing for me in this.
Really?
In this trailer.
Really?
All right, how do I describe this? There are zero expectations because it's Aquaman.
Yes.
It's Khal Drogo, essentially, which
Yes.
I love.
Yes.
But that's
Aquaman
where I was.
Or Conan, depending on how you want to look at it.
I think that's the problem. I feel like.
Yeah, because you got Aquaman who's going to do the gruff, seldom talking, badass hero thing.
Yeah.
And you got Batman who's been doing that since 1962. So
just for once though, I would love to stand...
They need to do an entire skit with the two of them together and just kill an hour with no talking and just kind of grunts and awkward
grunts
staring.
and moans. Just for once, maybe we probably have to go to Great Adventure for this or something, but I just want to stand under a funnel of water just shooting out at all sides around me, and I'd just be like, and again, the Facebook people can see my face, but the radio audience cannot.
No,
I'm giving the Aquaman. I'm a badass
that look
because
of
I raised. Yeah, exactly.
I'm walking out of the surf, and there's something.
Right,
there's a whale behind me or something like that farted,
right. And then
and
exactly. I was gonna go with the I am a badass, but also constipated at the same time, because that's kind of his look.
Yeah,
during that, he's kind of staring out, and he's just kind of really have to take a shit.
See,
but there's just
a lot of people,
water everywhere.
A lot of people are ripping the DC heroes for being a little too serious and taking themselves a little too seriously. But where else are we supposed to go with it? Because we've been oversaturated with superheroes, right?
Yeah.
And Marvel has this market cornered with these geeky, self-introspective, kind of almost nebbishy, alter egos that turn into these these amazing paragons of justice or whatever, and can run through and beat rooms of people up and stuff like that. So when you're DC and you have these very iconic, but in comparison to Marvel, very cartoon-like, they a lot of them don't have any weaknesses. They're very color coordinated in their costumes and stuff like that. So where are you going to go with that other than to go in the exact opposite direction and have them all be overly serious?
Sure. No,
regardless of how ridiculous they look.
Yeah, but now they're trying to go an about face. So
because I'm not saying that they. I'm not defending either one. I'm just saying, where did you expect DC to go with that? Because Marvel has...
In the spirit of trailer trash or trailer truth, do you think the humor that we've seen in the trailer now, because again, they also mentioned, Batfleck is grumpy and violent, but he's also, kind of cracking jokes here. Do you think that the humor will be a trailer truth or trailer trash when the movie actually comes out?
I think it's a trailer truth.
You think it's going to be a wise? So you think they're going to really?
I think they're going to try. I don't know if I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying they're going to try to wisecrack their way.
So
through
this is going to be DC's attempt at being a Marvel movie, which they've resisted at doing too much. I
don't know if they resisted doing it or they just couldn't.
True.
But maybe they cracked the formula.
Right,
maybe they cracked the code. They stole something.
DC humor will be a trailer truth.
Yes,
the end result.
I believe so.
The end result, I think, will be trailer trash, though. I think the end result.
We're not.
Are we going to get? I mean, I did like the one scene where Bruce Wayne was, Jersey Jedi says trash. Think what you saw in the trailer will be all the humor we get.
Okay. But that's another possibility. I don't think so.
You think it's going to be truth, but
yeah.
And I actually did like the scene where Batman's like, "What's your superpower?" And he's like, "I'm rich."
Yeah,
I'm like,
one of the big critiques of Batman vs Superman was it was grim from the beginning to the end. I mean, the very beginning had a building fall on a guy and his legs get crushed, and the very end had a superhero, basically die, after being stabbed with a spear of kryptonite. So I mean, it didn't light up. It didn't lighten up through the entire film. So they're probably going to try to, just kind of make you not want to commit suicide this time. If at all possible.
If at all possible. Dan T. Lawson actually on the Periscope feed, so you talk to fish. That's another line. So again,
that's what I'm saying. That's going to be the truth. It's going to be true.
All right, Kai says trash. Kai says not going to happen. But
what does she know? That's
the beauty of this, right? And this is what we're doing. We're reviewing. So again, anybody just joined us, we're reviewing the Justice League trailer, and we are reviewing the. Okay, I'm still on the feed. That's good. And we are reviewing
so obsessed with yourself. So obsessed.
Well, we're trying to get an intern here to film this garbage here, so that's why it's not my face.
We got that. We got that
long.
Worked out. We put that feeler out.
That's right.
So yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
To the general masses out there. Yeah, we're gonna have some surprises in the show, which is good. But yeah, so we're gonna go with humor. Hassan thinks it's gonna be trailer truth.
Yeah, and my opinion's only when it matters next to yours.
Lord of the Radio.
Yes,
Lord of the Radio.
Yes.
All right.
So these people who are
mark
watching,
mark it down. So when we do have an intern, we're gonna have the intern keep track of our predictions, sure to go wrong. So we have a trailer truth from Hassan for the humor. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about, which is a good segue again, is. Will Aquaman be as badass in the movie as we think that he is in the trailer?
Will he be full badassery?
Will he? I mean, because look,
will he display?
I know I was personally a little skeptical, a little disappointed, but I think overall what they're doing with Aquaman is cool because he's a blank canvas. You can make this guy really super cool. You have a great actor, you have all this great stuff, and the trailer, look, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. Aquaman seems like he's going to be a fun character. Is that going to translate into the film? Trailer truth or trailer trash?
Trailer truth.
So actually, let me rephrase it before we even do that. Let's say, is Aquaman going to be the best, the breakout character? Trailer truth or trailer trash?
Oh, that's a different story.
Yeah, it is, right. No, and that's where I was going with it, so I apologize. You could rescind the truth.
No, I rescind the truth.
Is he going to be the breakout character
I think
of
he's
the
going
film?
to be something, but it's going to be one of those situations where either he's going to be great and you're not going to get enough of him, or he's going to be grating and you're going to see too much of him. So either way, it's going to be trash.
So we're going to go trailer trash.
We're going to go trash.
Aquaman is not the breakout character.
If you're just talking about the promise of Aquaman, I'll go with trash.
It's a good move. That's a good move. I like it. I'm in agreement there. So okay, again, we have one truth and one trash.
One truth and one
trash for the movie. Mother boxes will play a powerful part in the events. So whatever criticisms the DCU has faced, nobody can accuse Zack Snyder of ignoring the comics. It seems that Snyder is pulling from the source material, I guess, the mother boxes, the powerful ancient tech from the ghastly fourth world dimension. It was shown in the trailer as well too.
Yeah, we saw that.
Now, are we looking at that? I mean, we could just go through bit by bit and do trailer trash or trailer truth, but let's not go that. Let's go Darkseid. Is he going to be a legit villain? Because we don't actually see the villain in here. We know it's going to be Darkseid, but in fact, we see a lot of action in the movie, right? So that's going to be a trailer truth. There's going to be tons of action. We know that.
So you're saying are you asking is this going to be like a Thanos thing where he just kind of hovers in the background and you see him every now and then just kind of stick his head in and threaten somebody and then fade away?
Yes, and then to an extent, like a two-part question though is the villain going to actually be, because right now he's very quiet. in this trailer, so they don't give him away. Unlike the Batman vs Superman trailer, where they gave you every single
when they give you
villain.
Doomsday.
They're like, here's Lex Luthor,
Doomsday.
here's Doomsday, here's Batman vs Superman.
Yes, be
here's
disappointed
the whole
now.
movie.
Don't wait. Don't wait till you get to the theater. Be disappointed immediately.
Yeah, exactly. So, is Darkseid going to be a trailer truth or a trailer trash? And again, from the trailer, you can't really see. It's the first trailer. I'm sure there'll be more.
You know what? I'm going to say it's going to be trash because I'm going to predict, which is a dangerous gamble.
Okay.
I'm going to predict that there's going to be another villain.
Okay.
And that Darkseid's going to be the one behind it. And they're gonna try to stretch.
Hope to God they don't do that.
Yeah, they're gonna try to stretch Darkseid out for the sequel or the
everything
the next
you're
sequel.
saying sounds like
you
exactly
can
like
see it.
what they're gonna be doing,
can
and it's
see it,
going
right?
to be terrible.
Yes, it is.
So we're gonna go trailer trash. We're gonna go trailer trash. All right, the mother boxes, the Darkseid, everything like that. All right, one of the other things they pointed out: the big screen Flash shares his small screen counterpart's tragic backstory. So the Flash will be familiar with Barry. People who are fans of the television show will be familiar with Barry Allen's story. The superhero's father was imprisoned for murdering his mother when their son was just a boy. Billy Crudup will play the DCU version of Dr. Henry Allen, who gets a prison visit from Barry. And that was that little scene with the prison visit, which was pretty intense. Even though at first I thought Flash was the one in jail, and then I kept thinking to myself, like, why doesn't he just run away?
I'm going to kill a few minutes to say another missed opportunity here to tie in the TV show with the movie.
Well, okay, now I'm going to come to their defense. They specifically said this is two distinct universes. So, look, they're setting the rules.
I think that's a bad idea.
I agree with that, but that's not what we're going to talk about. And I agree with you. It's a bad idea, but look, they're drawing a line in the sand. They're sticking with it. In fact, if they didn't, now, if they all of a sudden were like, we're not going to hook up with the TV series. Okay, the last two movies really didn't do as well as we'd hope. We're going to hook up with the TV series. I'd actually then have a
I'm
huge
just saying
issue
from the
with that.
beginning they could have done that.
And
I wish they would have done that from the beginning.
But they didn't know they were creating a universe when Zack Snyder was making his Angel / Man of Steel.
That's what happens when you don't show up to board meetings.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's
exactly right.
Yeah.
So I guess the trailer truth or trailer trash, the Flash will be better than his TV counterpart.
Trash.
I'm going to go trash on it. Okay, so we think the TV Flash
the
is
TV
going to
Flash
outshine.
has laid the groundwork. He's done the work. He's an emotionally likable kind of guy with a lot of gravitas and stuff like that. And this new guy is just going to be unfairly compared to him, and there's no way to avoid that. So basically, it's going to turn into trash regardless of how well he does. I don't think he's got hope.
Okay.
I think whatever he does is going to be. He's going to be pilloried.
All right.
forever.
When we come back, the final trailer trash or trailer truth with the Justice League movie, and it involves a certain missing member. When we come back.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
If you have an interest in marijuana, you want to know about marijuana, law, policy, and culture, then feel free to join me, Joseph A. Bondi, every Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning on my show In the Know 420 on TalkingAlternative.com.
Legalize the herb to continue to resist the passage of this necessary legislation.
Hi, this is Rob Kay.
And I'm Callie Alpert.
And we're hosts of The Rob and Callie Show. Are you looking for a show that talks about real stuff like life, love, the pursuit of being yourself?
Then you have come to the right place, because we cover topics ranging from chivalry to gratitude to your relationship with money and everything in between.
So listen to us on The Rob and Callie Show, Tuesdays, 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on talkradio.nyc.
Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire. We do this every week. We talk comics, movies, TV, pop culture, all the fun stuff. We got a groaning
all
Hassan.
those Wednesdays we could have to ourselves, but we're here every.
You know, what would be awesome if, like, on a Wednesday we could like listen to some sort of radio show.
Yeah,
and be part of a conversation.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Talking about kind of the stuff that we love to talk about.
Just getting into our own groove.
All right, people out there, the gauntlet's been thrown. Go make a show and compete with us.
And we'll listen to it.
we will quit ours.
We promise we'll just sit around and listen to it.
No, don't do that. Download us on iTunes. Look up Secrets of the Sire, SIRE, or type in my last name, Dolce, DOLCE. Don't pick up the Health Fitness Gurus podcast, although I think it's quite nice. He's really ripped.
Yes,
that is.
We're not going to talk about it.
James Corandango's got. I ain't got that kind of time. This is why they tuned into our show. All right, so we want to welcome one of our callers who's been a frequent guest before, but we're gonna break this last question off for him. We got Mr. Joel Mulvey coming on. Joe, you there?
I am here. By the way, I've got to say, from all the times I listen to this show, Hassan is such a mystery. Because when I watch it on Facebook as I work, it's like he's like the disembodied voice of reason sometimes.
Yes. That's the way we try to keep it.
I'm actually the Google Siri thing that I don't actually exist. I'm actually a small box that's plugged into his computer.
He's like that. Awesome. He's like that third-party knockoff of like Amazon and Google and Siri. So like he's like that. He's like the Yabo. Okay?
Yeah.
The Yabo is. The Yabo is actually. So I play 8-bit Nintendo games on a system called the Yabo. So it is a Nintendo knockoff that I actually play, it plays all the games.
And you
it's
turned
awesome.
it into your radio show host.
So now it is. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So it's like Jambi, is what James Corandango said. So all right, so Joe, we say this last question for you. How are the kids? Kids are good?
They're fantastic. Yeah, my house is Moana 27 hours a day. We've added 3 hours a day to fit in 2 more viewings of Moana.
That's good. All right, before we get to the Justice League thing, so I have a 1-year-old at home, so we're not even into TV yet at all. Thank
you
God.
got that coming.
But how mind-numbing is that, or do you just simply build up a resistance to the endless viewings of the same thing?
There's resistance is futile.
It's as long, like, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so the worst problem is, and by the way, I understand for everyone who has to listen to this, it's horrible, but the thing is, the 5-year-old will study it like we'll talk about comics and film. Like, did you see this? Did you see that? Like, she'll really, like, you have to watch the movie at least one of the 137 times that it plays.
So that's good.
My 2-year-old could care less. She just sings the songs and runs into the wall.
Yeah,
she's good.
And that's your favorite. That requires no.
That's the one I can relate to.
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what?
no
I will
interaction.
run into this wall with you.
And don't judge what is good conversation or not. Like, our ratings are through the roof this past month, so clearly us talking about the least interesting things has just
attracted a lot of attention.
Has just raised it. Hey, we got a Bitcoin.
If you guys got Boss Baby to advertise on this show, your demographic would go through the roof.
Done and done.
Yeah, that's
all
the
right.
plan.
So we were playing Trailer Truth versus Trailer Trash, and this is going to be a quick visit for you. But this is, I know you're outspoken, so this is a good one. In this trailer, Superman is missing, presumed alive. There's still no sign of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel in the new trailer. Is Superman's resurrection going to be a Trailer Truth, or is it going to be Trailer Trash? I mean, this particular trailer, obviously, before you answer, it didn't really show anything to do with Superman, but let's just jump ahead and assume he's coming back. Is it going to be something? Is it going to be grand, or is it going to fail like everything else DC's done?
Well, first of all, the fail thing. DC already has a trapdoor with this movie. If it is the stinking heap of garbage, and I'm not a hater on a lot of things.
Sure.
But I will say this right now. I have never been more envious of Ray Charles and his lack of sight than when I saw Batman versus Superman.
Well, no, Batman versus Superman.
You envy but he envies the blind.
I saw where he went with
wife watched it with me, and my wife will watch anything, and we were like a bottle and a half of wine into the extended cut that everyone told me to watch, and my wife literally was like, okay, enough of this thing. Like, we're 3 cocktail parties in, and I haven't seen a superhero.
So you gotta wait to the end. That's where you messed up.
And just based off that film where they jammed 9 storylines into one film, I can't say that it's trash that they won't bring him into this movie. But DC, everyone has a trapdoor. Guess what? If this movie fails, Zack Snyder, we're getting rid of him, we're redoing stuff. So, I mean, to me, I would say with any sort of common sense of introducing all these characters, no, you would not throw in the rebirth of Superman. But I think everything's off the table with this junk drawer of continuity that they do in the cinematic universe.
That's why we bring him on.
Yeah,
See, that's some pointed. That's some
that
pointed
analogy
thing.
is perfect.
So just so I'm clear, you're going to go trash then.
I'm saying
he's saying truth. He's saying it's the truth that Superman's coming back. I happen to agree with him.
Good point. Okay, yes.
I happen to agree. I think
point.
that they are inept enough to try to shoehorn in his resurrection.
If they're smart, it's the last scene. Or it's the lead into the next movie.
It's going to be the Luke Skywalker thing from The Force Awakens.
No, but I can live with that for this movie. No, I'll tell you why I could live with this.
You can. I don't think that the audience will.
Well, no, because if they try to bring him in early, and I think that's what Joe. I think that's your point, though, is the fact that they're going to cram like 8 movies again into one movie, where you have.
Well, then they will.
You have
who
the
says
first,
that they learned
the
their
first
lesson?
hour is going to be Bruce. I mean, we can pretty much write this movie right here. That we think not the good version that we would write if we could write the movie, but what they're going to do. The first hour is going to be what? Ben Affleck traveling the country, going in, finding all these people. There's going to be some sort of misunderstanding where he's got to fight Aquaman. Flash is going to be kind of his sidekick the whole way, kind of be like the Robin. Wonder Woman's going to be, well, she's hot, so I'll watch her on screen anytime. You got Wonder Woman kind of doing her thing, and then, again, they're going to just piece this together. Cyborg is going to be that, like, mysterious... No.
Black guy.
No. Well,
no?
Yes, he will be a black guy.
Black guy.
Well, he'll be half black.
He's going to be the black guy.
No, but he's going to be like the thing that they're all kind of chasing for that. He's going to be that and then they're going to all realize that
they're all chasing.
It's like this thing writes itself. Yeah. So they're going to get to this point where in the middle of the movie, then they go, "Oh crap! The thing that we should have been fighting was Darkseid all along. Darkseid's going to do that," and then you're going to have somehow Darkseid is going to resurrect Superman, even though he should not have anything to do with Superman's resurrection. He's going to come back, and then they're going to have to either fight Superman, or Superman's going to have to realize who he is, and then
you're ruining this whole movie for
right?
me.
Is it now, Joe? Am I like 100% off base with my predictions sure to go wrong?
No, well, here's the thing. You can't really tell, right? Because I still feel like they could still rewrite and reshoot parts of this movie. I mean, it's a summer movie opening in November. There's something to that. But
sure.
I literally think there's something to the idea of being like, okay, you get Batman to get them all together, and then you say, okay, we stopped Pandora or whatever the mother box BS that they're doing, right? We stopped her. What else could we do? And then between some sort of story like the Flash season in any of those other things that he did in that other, I don't even want to say the horrible word of a movie, but like where he was going through different times and seeing different things. So maybe he sees that Superman's somehow alive or I don't know how they would bring it in, but I agree with you 100%. It's got to be the last scene in the movie.
There you go.
Please bring him in the last scene of the movie. Don't make it the part 2 and people... I mean, I'll be honest with you. If it was me and I saw Henry Cavill, I'd be like, nah, we could leave him go. We could leave him go.
I disagree.
Let's go get
I think
Shazam.
it's going to be... So he's saying
Shazam,
trash.
cool.
Yes.
He's saying trash.
Yes.
I say truth.
Okay.
I say truth.
All right. Mr. Joe Mulvey, thank you for joining us. Go get that
Guys,
kid off the
very
wall.
Yes, I'm full of caffeine and sugar right now. Gummy worms have been put everywhere in my body. All right, guys, take care. It was good talking to you.
All right, we'll talk soon. That's Mr. Joe Mulvey. But if you'd like to call in, I'm talking to you, the universal you. Ooh, staring at there.
You know who you are.
We do this live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. The call-in number is 877-480-4120. That's 877-480-4120. So if you want to call in, play Trailer Truth or Trailer Trash with us. We're moving on to the Spider-Man trailer. We've definitely devoted enough time to DC, I think.
Yeah, a little too much.
But isn't it funny? I mean, it really is like... It's like in sports radio when they spend the majority of the time on like... the domestic violence and or like the off the field stuff.
And we don't even get to talk about the sport.
Right, you don't
like
actually talk about the game because
you know what? I gotta honestly say that I'm not down on DC like everybody else is, and here's why. It's absurd.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful absurdity, and it promises nothing but more absurdity over and over again. I mean, the first scene of Batman vs Superman is Bruce Wayne getting off a helicopter to run towards a falling building for no reason, and it stayed that level of kookiness through the entire thing.
Completely switching gears for a second, I saw Independence Day Resurrection this past weekend.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And when you just said that, it reminded me of like the scene where Vivica A. Fox. Sorry, spoilers. Sorry, spoilers. Where she gets sucked into the building.
Yeah, which is so stupid.
Which was silly because like her son,
exploded.
who's in a jet fighter, an alien jet fighter, who can do all like it's not like a real jet where he'd have to land on a runway. This is like an alien technology. He could literally land on the thing and save it, and he's like waiting for a helicopter to save her the entire time.
That movie was such a. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have.
Sorry, it just brought up
no political correctness.
It brought
that
up
movie was. Let's not even talk about that movie.
It was very diverse, though. It had lots of diversity. It's very diverse.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Spider-Man: Homecoming, trailer truth or trailer
get
trash.
To Spider-Man.
Let me tell you right now. So before we even get into Spider-Man, but talking about this, I like this trailer so much more than the first trailer. Like I actually got excited for the movie after seeing the trailer. The first trailer just didn't excite me, and I think it's something we were talking about in the green room. And again, what is the green room? The green room is the private access feed that patrons can get to. So if you go to patreon.com/secrets of the Sire, you could have conversations with us. But Hassan, in the green room, you were talking about the fact that it's
Spidey fatigue.
Yeah,
it's this is the sixth installment of the Spider-Man franchise. Though it is oddly enough, it's the sixth installment of Spider-Man. It's the first. It's the first edition or the first episode of this iteration of Spider-Man, which happens to be the third iteration of Spider-Man. Yeah. I mean, think about all that convolution, like just right there. And I forget, what was it, 2001, I think it was, that the original... 2002. Yeah. Wasn't... I thought Spider-Man 2 was 2002.
James Quarandango just spilled a whole box of dice. Great show. It's going to take me a half hour to pick up. Does that mean he's leaving, actually?
Yeah,
probably. He's leaving the show?
He's
leaving
bailing.
He's leaving
us.
Fair enough.
All right, so all the way back to 2001, we got
2002.
It doesn't matter. We got the...
Actually, it makes it worse, though. 2001 would be 16 years apart.
We got Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
The first one I didn't capture me at all.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything for me. I was like, all right, that's nice. CG was bad, but that's not their fault.
Sure.
That's the way CG was then. Second one was great.
Yep.
Still love that second one. And I was a hater of the first one, so that really won me over.
Second one was great.
Third one we don't talk about. Then it comes the reboot with Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
He really looked the part, though. He looked.
I disagree.
In the costume. That
was the best costume Spider-Man that we've seen so far today.
Hands down.
Right.
Hands down.
But his Peter Parker, not that great.
Yeah.
A little too hip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And stalkerish.
And now we have Tom Holland.
Who's not American, but that's fine because we're into diversity.
Make America great.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna make England great. But
when we come back, Hassan's going to finish his point, and then we're going to do some trailer truth or trailer trash. And we're also going to talk Ghost in the Shell, because, hey, did anybody realize it's coming out this Friday?
I'm not talking
about
Ghost in the Shell.
When we come back.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV? Then you're in for a treat. This is Michael Dolce, your host on TalkingAlternative.com. I've been professionally writing comic books, screenplays, and music articles for almost 15 years. Catch my show, Secrets of the Sire, at its new primetime slot, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and get the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. For more info, go to secretsofthesire.com.
TalkingAlternative.com.
Welcome back to Secrets of the Sire.
Hello,
we talk
everyone.
Comics, movies, TV. We were talking Spider-Man trailer. I mean, Rob was just saying backstage we need a 2-hour show. And that's one of the goals on the Patreon page. So go support the Patreon page. Blah, blah, blah. Support us.
Yes, make us work harder. That's what we want.
Well, no, that's what we got interns for. That's what we're getting an intern for. That's exactly
I haven't
the
seen
reason.
this intern yet.
Well, no, it's very true. I mean, that intern, and quite frankly, the intern that emailed us.
You're counting that chicken way before it hatches, man.
Well, it's funny you say chicken because, quite frankly, I don't know. It's one of those names that could be a man or a woman, and you don't want to. I don't want to be offensive to that person too, and be like, "Great, dude, you're here," or "Wonderful, lady, you're okay," and then the guy would be like, "Yeah, exactly." So we don't know who this person's going to be.
Sorry, you're
we'll
a
see
guy.
what we can do. All right, Ixnay on anything good. My wife just joined the Facebook feed. She's watching this.
There's stocks and bonds and tea leaves, indeed.
Funny you mentioned stocks and bonds. In a couple weeks, we have a Bitcoin expert coming on talking about Bitcoin in the world of pop culture.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I'm kidding.
Just thought it'd be kind of cool.
Bitcoin is a big deal.
Anything for us not to have to do any work is good. All right, so this is what we're going to do because
it's been my business model for years.
I do want to get a couple other things in. We also have to put a bow on our March Madness winner. We have to reveal the winner in grand fashion and reveal the stakes. We have to talk about Ghost in the Shell. We got to also talk about Brett Ratner blaming Rotten Tomatoes for the movie industry's failures. We have to talk about Han Solo's real name.
He's right.
And we also have to talk about what just came out today that has Twitter buzzing and just makes me extremely painfully sad. But before we get to that,
all these suspenses.
I know, right? I crammed them all into the last 15
I know.
minutes
What
of the show.
Doing?
Well, look, just go to the Patreon page, make it a 2-hour show.
Yeah, not tonight though. That's not gonna happen.
I'm not
tonight.
rich, biatch. Not yet. All right, fun Spidey, the wisecracking.
Truth.
It's gonna be truth, right?
Truth.
I think this is the best
That's
iteration
gonna be through the whole thing
of wisecracking Spidey. The one thing I thought that was awesome was him flying across the building, kind of saying "What's up?" and there was like it was like literally.
But Garfield had that.
He did, but you know what? Because I knew it was Andrew Garfield under there, I was kind of like, it just wasn't. It just didn't resonate in the same way. Plus, it was like so dark. Like both of those movies were so dark,
especially the second one, the way it ended.
So I mean,
like, let's end on a funeral.
Let's not even just say.
Let's
not even say content. I mean, just cinematography was so dark in those Amazing Spider movies. So there's no humor in here. Like I'm feeling Spider-Man coming across and being happy and being the way he is. So I go truth as well too. The interracial relationship. Now, there's a brief scene. I think it's Zendaya kissing Peter Parker. Now,
who is Mary Jane?
Who's Mary Jane in the movie, or supposed to be Mary Jane? Now, here's what I love about this, though. I absolutely love the fact that they are merging the Miles Morales Spider-Man story with the Peter Parker. Genki looks, I'm going to go Genki truth. Right? Genki looks like a truth.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Genki is Miles Morales' best friend in the comics. He's a plump-looking nerd who kind of, and he adds
a robust fellow.
So much to the comic book. So some people are going to complain and say they shouldn't merge the two worlds, and quite frankly,
or there's a lot to be said, but that's a whole show in and of itself.
But I'll tell you why I'm happy they're merging it, and it's to pick up of what you just said though. I don't want a fourth Spider-Man. Like I don't want. Yet another Spider-Man movie. So if they're going to merge,
I think Marvel should have been brave and done Miles Morales.
I agree with you.
And the only reason is because we've seen Peter Parker twice already. Now they're doing it for the hot Aunt May. I get it. I get the whole reason.
They're not doing it for the hot Aunt May because in the comics, Miles Morales' mom is hot too. So you could have gotten a Halle Berry like actress to play her.
And I get that would have been a heavy lift. For them to switch it.
The reason that they didn't switch though is the fact that no one outside of the comic book world knows who Miles Morales is, and we had our guest Darren Sanchez on a few weeks ago.
Nobody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. So,
I'll argue that in the Spider-Man world though, it wouldn't
or Ant-Man.
No, agreed. But those are obscure characters. This is Spider-Man. But if all of a sudden Spider-Man doesn't look like Spider-Man, both.
They could
outside the mask and under the mask.
They could have explained. It's Marvel. They would have got a lot of leeway.
I do agree with you. I do agree they could have tried. I agree with that. But like Darren Sanchez does custom comics for Marvel, and he was on, and he says, look, at the end of the day, when companies come to Marvel to do advertisements. It's not female Thor. They want Thor. They want Chris Hemsworth Thor. They don't want Falcon Captain America. They want Captain America because these are the most recognizable.
I know, and every time we
figures.
get into these, like, not you and I specifically, but every time we get into these philosophical debates about the the morality of things, someone whips out commerce or business.
Sure.
So I mean,
Right.
yeah, and you're always going to win.
Actually, I think you're the one that always brings up the business.
Not me.
You're always like, these films were successful because they made money.
No, that's your argument about The Force Awakens or the prequels.
Yeah,
that they needed to make the $2 billion.
No. They didn't need to make the $2 billion.
They need to wash the prequels.
They needed to wash the
out,
prequels. Those are two different things.
But in order to do what? To make money, right? In order for it to be a success, for it to make money.
What do we think Vulture's going to do? Do we think Vulture is going to finally be a Spider-Man villain worthy of being in this movie?
Well, it's
trailer truth or trailer trash. Well, first of all, what do you think of him in the trailer?
Looks like he looks good.
I didn't love the whole "I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect my family."
Well, but you can't say. But we don't know what context that's in.
Sure.
So,
but I love the fact that he's talking to a bunch of
it's
criminals.
Michael Keaton, so it's probably going to be good. He's
great. Yes, he's great.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's talking to a bunch of criminals saying things have changed. We have to change. I thought that was pretty good. But then when he's like,
that's the Joker speech in The Dark Knight.
Oh, but I took it a little differently this time.
I know,
I took it because
you weren't thinking that's a Joker speech in
true.
The Dark Knight.
Well, I mean, from a trailer. So Vulture, trailer truth or trailer trash?
That he'll be good. They'll live up to the hype.
Yeah,
I think it's the truth, but only because it's Michael Keaton,
All
who
right.
was the first of the
that's right.
The contemporary,
the new contemporary. Yeah.
comic
I mean,
book
you could
heroes.
maybe say Christopher Reeve, maybe.
No, because he was an era before that.
Sure.
So.
I'm with you. All right. Finally, the boat splitting scene. Trailer truth or trailer trash? That is going to be the big action sequence.
No, trash.
All right.
Trailer trash.
Yeah, I think
we already kind of discussed that, but it's
in the
totally
green room.
Yeah, in
wink,
the green room.
wink. No,
if
no.
you
Yeah. See, I got you now. See, you are.
I will not.
You are succumbing.
The green room is ours. Stay away from it.
So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed our trailer truth and trailer trash. We try to do something. We try to do things a little differently. We're not,
We gotta do more.
I don't want to review, trailers in typical ways, but ultimately we'll see what ends up happening. No, now we're going to move on because we only got like 5 minutes left of this show here. We need to get some sound effects here. The winner of the best 90s comic book movies is... Well, actually, hang on. Now, Ghost in the Shell is coming out in a little bit.
You jerk.
See how I did that there? Ghost in the Shell is coming out this week.
Yes.
We were going to have we were
Friday.
going to have a Ghost in the Shell guest, but he's shooting some stuff for Baywatch now, and so he couldn't be on.
Good for him, though.
Is Ghost in the Shell just pretty much made for the Chinese movie, kind of like The Great Wall, like the Chinese market?
Well, seeing as it's Japanese, I don't know if that would.
Well, no. When I say that, I mean like to make it was specifically made to
for
make
that market?
a lot of money in China.
Yeah, in China.
Yeah.
Yes,
'Cause
but almost every movie is made to make a lot of money in China now.
But like the Great Wall, like they could care less if a single American
I think
viewer
Ghost
went
in the
to it.
Shell is more is a more of a try for the grab of actual American audiences.
Okay.
But I think it's definitely Chinese friendly.
Yeah.
So that it'll make a killing.
I feel,
China.
yeah. I mean, and to tie in my Independence Day resurgence talk, Independence Day made a killing overseas, like killing, and
which is just terrible,
which is baffling, right? I mean,
Yes.
it's absolutely. So they're so deprived in China of like
Yes.
movies that they're
Yes.
just they'll be like, oh look, there's
a very good friend of mine who's very much into the cross marketeer of he says that they pretty much go to see what the government tells them to go to see.
The best
China.
part about our show is, by the way, we are actually banned in China, so we can just rail on them all we want, and no one can tell. The Chinese people are stupid.
Or they'll send someone to kill us.
You can't hear us. Actually, though, I mean, considering that you can find us like everywhere else.
Yes.
All right, the winner of the '90s comic book movies.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute. Now, hang on.
The Crow.
We have
it's The Crow. We all know it's the Crow. Just say it's the Crow. Even if it's not the Crow, say it's the Crow.
Why you got to do that?
Was it the Crow?
I'm trying to get into. Well, no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, here's something now. Did you read that Han Solo's real name might not be Han Solo? We're spinning the racks. We're condensing. We're condensing stuff. 30 seconds. What do you think?
It's crap.
It's
crap. I'm sure they're going to change his name, and his name is going to be something so that they can give us something to be like, in the new anthology Han Solo movie. But it's crap that they.
Do you know what I actually like though? He does kind of look like a young Harrison Ford. I kind of like that.
Whatever.
I kind of like that, and I like that.
There is a fan film with Han Solo in it, and he looks just like Harrison Ford as a young man.
Was it Harrison Ford's stand-in?
No, I don't know. I'll find it. I'll get that information for the audience by next week. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna find the link and send it to you, and you're gonna be amazed that it's not Harrison Ford, and he looks like he's like 30 years old.
Wow, they should have gotten that guy.
I agree.
Yeah. Power Rangers box office. Power Rangers came in second at the box office to Beauty and the Beast, so I guess
not that good.
It's responding pretty good.
It's responding well, but they would want it to be number one in this opening weekend.
Or
second weekend. No, this is opening weekend. It was Friday.
It was past weekend was opening weekend.
So they'd want it to be one. It's doing well. Good for them.
Yeah.
But they'd still, I'm sure the studio heads wanted it to be number one.
You know what? They probably didn't see the juggernaut of Beauty and the Beast coming, though.
No. Who does?
I don't think no one can.
Nobody expects a Spanish
that
Inquisition.
They're okay with that. Yeah. We've had a tremendous show, and it's time to sign off.
Oh, and we're done?
The Crow one.
Yes!
This has been Secrets of the Sire.
Yes!
Thank you all for joining us. Next week, we welcome comedian and actor Alex Berg. He's from the Funny or Die parody Game of Thrones. To talk about, we're going to talk a little bit Game of Thrones preview, and we're also going to talk about his adventures in Hollywood. This has been Secrets of the Sire. We will catch you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, talkradio.nyc.
Good night, everyone.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Hello, I'm JC.
I'm Joan. And welcome to 21st Century Entrepreneur.
We bring education,
insight,
knowledge,
awareness,
trouble,
craziness, and fun
for you, the entrepreneur who's looking to build your business
and your community. Listen every Friday from noon to 1 Eastern on talkradio.nyc. And you can tweet us at 21st CE Radio or Talk Alternative.
Hey, all you crazy listeners. Looking to boost your business? Why not advertise on Talking Alternative with very reasonable rates? Interested? Simply email at info@talkingalternative.com. Talking Alternative.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV? Then you're in for a treat. This is Michael Dolce, your host on talkingalternative.com. I've been professionally writing comic books, screenplays, and music articles for almost 15 years. Catch my show, Secrets of the Sire, at its new primetime slot, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and get the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. For more info, go to secretsofthesire.com.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network at www.talkingalternative.com. Now, broadcasting 24 hours a day. Talking Alternative.
Hi, this is Rob Kay.
And I'm Callie Alpert.
And we're hosts of The Rob and Callie Show. Are you looking for a show that talks about real stuff like life, love, the pursuit of being yourself?
Then you have come to the right place, because we cover topics ranging from chivalry to gratitude to your relationship with money and everything in between.
So listen to us on The Rob and Callie Show, Tuesdays, 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on talkradio.nyc.
Are you a conscious co-creator? Are you on a quest to raise your vibration and your consciousness? I'm Sam Leibowitz, your conscious consultant, and on my show, The Conscious Consultant Hour Awakening Humanity, we will touch upon all these topics and more. Listen live at our new time on Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time. That's The Conscious Consultant Hour Awakening Humanity, Thursdays 12 noon on talkradio.nyc.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.